Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. This is your English teacher Aisha. I hope you all are doing fine. Students, in today's lecture, we will discuss poem number 2 from Intermediate English Book 3. The title of the poem is Night Mail, written by W.H. Auden. Let's have a brief introduction of the poet first. W.H. Auden was born in 1907 and he is one of the finest poets of 20th century. He has not only written poetry but also the dramas, criticism and the scripts for documentaries. He also chose teaching as his profession. He used to teach poetry in Oxford University. So he was very experimental and creative in his writing, although he chose very commonplace themes in his poetry, that is politics, religion, love, human nature, but he gave all these themes very new touch with his creativity and his experimental skills. Now let's come to the title of the poem, Night Mail. This is basically the name of a train that travels at night and it carries mail for people of various stratas of society. Let me tell you, dear students, that this night mail had a great significance in those times because the writing letter was the major source of communication between the people. So this was the major source of connection between the people. And when the steam engine was invented, this night mail carried the letters of the people from one place to another in a very fast way. So this night mail had a great significance in the life of people of that time. Now let's discuss the layout of the poem. So the poem is written in the form of couplets. Let's see the rhyming scheme if there is any. Border, order, poor, door, climb, time, boulder, shoulder, passes, grasses, approaches, couches, course, across, wakes, shakes. So as I have read the rhyming words, it means that all the lines, the poem is written in the form of couplets and both the lines of each couplet are rhyming to each other. Now I'll read the first 4 lines of the poem and then first discuss the difficult words and their meanings, and after that I will give you the brief explanation of these lines. I want you to open your books in front of you and have your pens with you so that you can jot down the meanings or the synonyms of the difficult words and get them prepared for your exams. This is the night mail crossing the border, bringing the check and the postal order. Letters for the rich, letters for the poor. The shop at the corner, the girl next door. So this is the night mail crossing the border. Border means boundary between one country and another. So basically the course of this night mail was from England to Scotland. तो दरमियान में ज़ाहिर बॉर्डर्स भी आते होंगे. तो ये नाइट मेल है विच इज़ क्रॉसिंग अ बॉर्डर. What is it bringing? It is not a regular train carrying the passenger, but it is bringing the check and the postal order. So the first difficult word that we come across is postal order. Postal order is a sort of an official document that you can take from a post office and get it exchange for money. जैसे आजकल के दौर में जिसको हम मनी ऑर्डर कहते हैं कि एक डॉक्यूमेंट होता है ऑफिशियल डॉक्यूमेंट जिसके बदले में आप पैसे ले सकते हैं. अगर आपको पुराने वक्तों में किसी को पैसे भेजने होते थे तो आप ये पोस्टल ऑर्डर के फॉर्म में भेज सकते थे. Letters for the rich and letters for the poor. So the train is carrying the letter for not only the rich but also the poor people of the society. The shop at the corner, the girl next door. Shop at the corner phrase, this phrase is referring to any shop that is found on the corner of any street. It may carry the basic household stuff or food items that are regularly used at houses. The girl next door, this phrase is referring to any girl that is living in the neighborhood. So the train is carrying the letters for this girl also, which means that the train is also carrying private and personal letters of the people. So now let me explain these lines. So the poet is celebrating, the poet is describing the journey of a night mail. It is traveling from one place to another, it is crossing the border, and it is carrying checks, official money orders. It is also carrying the letter for rich people of the society and the poor people of the society, the letters that people generally send to their relatives. It also carries the letters for the shop at the corner, which means that it is carrying the business letters. And the girl next door, this phrase is referring to the fact that this train is also carrying some love letters or some private letters for a girl living next door. So the train does not discriminate between the people, it is carrying the letters for each and every type of people of the society. These letters are not only the private or personal letters, but these are the official letters. It also contains official letters, it also contains checks and money orders for the people. So it is important, these letters are important for not only the commonplace people but also for the business purposes. So the poet is giving us, being human, the message that we should not discriminate between rich or poor. If it's our duty to do something, we have to do it for all the kind of the people related to any society. So the train is carrying the letters for all and sundry of the society. Now I'll read the next 4 lines. Pulling a beatalk a steady climb, the gradients against her, but she is on time. Past cotton grass and moorland boulder, shoveling white steam over her shoulder. Pulling a beatalk. Beatalk is basically the station where this train stops. It is the name of the station. A steady climb. Steady means stable, hamwar. Climb, chadhai. In these 4 lines, the poet is basically giving us the journey of the poem, the places from which the train passes throughout its journey. So the climb is very steady. Although the train is ascending upward, ऊपर की तरफ ढलवान पे जा रही है, लेकिन उसकी जो चढ़ाई है वो बहुत स्टेबल है, स्टेडी है. The gradients against her. Gradient means difficult ascend or descend. एक मुश्किल किस्म की ढलवान जिस पे चढ़ाई करना और उतराई करना दोनों ही मुश्किल होता है. But she is on time. Although the ascent or descent is very difficult, but the train is on time. Exact time पे train अपनी destination पे पहुंच जाती है. Past cotton grass. Cotton grass means cotton field. Moorland boulder. Moorland is the place, a large not cultivated, uncultivated area, जिसका synonym moorland का synonym होता है wasteland. Boulder means a large piece of rock or a big stone. Shoveling white steam over her shoulder. Shoveling means three off, पीछे की तरफ फेंकना, जिसके शोल्डर के ऊपर से, जिसके कांधे के ऊपर से सफ़ेद धुआं निकल रहा है, पीछे की तरफ जा रहा है. Here an important point, over her shoulder. This pronoun her and the word shoulder refers to the fact that the poet has used the literary device of personification for this train. The poet has personified this train as a girl. So the girl is moving forward. So this feminine quality given to the train is making it more stylish, making it more modest. तो ये जो 4 लाइनें मैंने पढ़ी, इन 4 लाइनों में पोइट ने जो ट्रेन है उसकी प्रॉपर जर्नी आपको बताई है. इट इज़ मूविंग अपवर्ड, इट इज़ असेंडिंग, and although the climb is very difficult, but still it is on time, it is not late at all, or sometimes it is moving upward, sometimes it is moving downward, and sometimes it is passing through the plain grass fields, और कभी कभी ये फुली कल्टिवेटेड फील्ड से गुजरती है, कॉटन फील्ड से, और कभी कभी ये बिल्कुल वेस्ट लैंड से, अनकल्टिवेटेड एरिया से गुजरती है और अपने ऊपर से अपना जो स्टीम है वो छोड़ती जाती है. So in these four lines, the message that poet is conveying through this journey of the train is that we should be punctual in our tasks, in our duties assigned to us, no matter the path or the way is difficult or easy. Jitna marzi difficult rasta ho, you should do your duties with punctuality. This is the message that the poet is trying to convey through these four lines. Now I'll read the next four lines. Snorting noisily she passes, silent miles of wind-bent grasses. Birds turn their heads as she approaches, stare from bushes at her blank-faced coaches. So snorting means a loud noise that is created by breathing in or out, जिसको हम उर्दू में खराटे लेना कहते हैं. Snorting noisily here, it is referring to the noise of the train moving. कि बहुत शोर मचाती हुई वो गुजरती है. Silent miles of wind bent grasses. Wind bent grasses मतलब वो घास जिसके अंदर से जब हवा गुजरती है तो वो घास को जो है वो बेंड कर देती है, झुका देती है. साइलेंट माइल्स इस चीज़ का रेफरेंस है कि ऑल्दो द ट्रेन इज़ मेकिंग नॉइस बट देयर इज़ नो अदर नॉइस ऑफ एनी ट्रैफिक और एनी नॉइस ऑफ पीपल अराउंड इट. ऑल द पाथ इज़ साइलेंट and the train itself is making a loud noise through its engine. Birds turns their head as she approaches. Approaches means reach, पहुंचना. Stare from bushes. Stare means घूरना, गौर से देखना. तो वो जो birds हैं जब उनके पास से ये गुजरती है अपनी noise के साथ तो वो बड़े गौर से इसको देखते हैं. At her blank face. Blank face, a face without any expression. तो जो ट्रेन जो है वो जितने भी रास्तों से गुजर रही है, इन दीज लाइन द पोइट इज़ सेइंग दैट द ट्रेन इज़ पासिंग थ्रू डिफरेंट एरियाज बट स्टिल she has a blank face. She doesn't react to anything. She doesn't react to any expression of the birds, although the birds are staring at her. Maybe the birds are frightened of her on seeing this thing moving and making a lot of loud noise. But she doesn't give any expression, which means that she is dutiful enough, she is regular enough in its course, she is so determined and so punctual that she the staring of birds doesn't affect her. The wind bent grasses or the places from which she passes, they don't affect her track towards her destination. तो ट्रेन पंक्चुअल भी है, डिटर्मिन्ड भी है और ट्रेन जो है वो बहुत अपनी पाथ में रेगुलरली मूव करने के साथ साथ उसका कोई भी एक्सप्रेशन नहीं है टुवर्ड्स एनी ऑफ द डिफ़िकल्टीज दैट शी फेसेस थ्रू आउट हर जर्नी. नाउ द लास्ट फोर लाइन्स ऑफ द पोएम. शीप डॉग्स कैन नॉट टर्न हर कोर्स. कोर्स मीन्स पाथ और वे. शीप डॉग्स जो वो डॉग्स दैट आर ट्रेन टू प्रोटेक्ट द शीप्स, दे स्लम्बर ऑन विद पॉज अक्रॉस. स्लम्बर मीन्स स्लीप, पॉज मीन्स फ्रंट फीट ऑफ द शीप डॉग. इन द फार्म शी पासेस नो वन वेक्स बट अ जग इन अ बेडरूम जेंटली शेक्स. So in these lines, the poet is referring to the sheepdogs. The poet is saying that although the sheepdogs can also hear the noise of the train, and this is the quality of dog, whenever it sees anything unfamiliar or anything unusual, it runs after it. And it wants to follow that thing and it wants to bite that thing. लेकिन यहाँ पे जो dogs हैं, they just keep on sleeping. वो सो रहे हैं अपने पाँव फैला कर, and they know that they cannot change the course of the train. They know that they cannot change the path of the train. That's why they do not take any botheration. They just keep on sleeping. और कोई एक चीज़ जो इफ़ेक्ट हो रही है इस ट्रेन से, व्हेन शी पासेस थ्रू द फार्म्स, मे बी देयर वर जनरल पब्लिक इन दैट फार्म एज वेल, the only one thing that is being disturbed with the noise of the train is a jug that is placed in the bedroom, and it shakes due to the vibration of the train. So nobody gets disturbed with this with the movement of the train, with the noise of the train. It means that all the people are so familiar with the noise, it is a routine noise, so they do not get disturbed with that noise. So this was it for the explanation of the poem. I hope I have discussed all the important points. Now you have the theme and the paraphrase of the poem that you can read on your own and write your explanations on your own. Now we have a few MCQs. Let's read them quickly. The night mail is an express train, a passenger train, a train that carries mails. So the right option is option number C, a train that carries mails. The night mail reaches in time, on time, before time. So the right option is option B, on time. Next is, on the arrival of the night mail, the birds are frightened, pleased, flown away. So basically the birds are frightened. Why do the sheepdogs continue to sleep on the arrival of the train? They can't attack it, bite it, turn her course. So they can't turn her course. They know that if they run after her, they cannot change her course. Now the true and false, the night mail travels by day. So it's incorrect. The night mail travels by night. So it's false. It brings flowers and presents for the people. False. It brings letters, checks, postal orders. It doesn't bring flowers and other things for people. It brings letters for the rich and the poor. It's true. It snorts noisily like a horse. True. It describes the life on farms. It disturbs the life on farms. No, it doesn't disturb any life on the farm, just a jug shakes in a farm. The children peep from bushes at her blank-faced couches. Couches? No, the children don't peep from bushes. It's the birds that peep from bushes. So this was it for this poem. Next, you have a few words of which you have to find out for some other rhyming words. This is your own activity that you should do at home. So students, I hope I was clear in my explanation. If you have any question regarding this explanation, or if I have missed any point, you can ask me in the comment section. That's it for today. Inshallah, we will meet with the next video soon. Allah Hafiz.